and then you can't do any sort of magic until it's fully refilled. An infected crow has wandered up. Hello, infected crow. Or I guess wandered over. Let's try again. What? Infected. There was 2 versions.
Your Majesty?
Hello. 2 versions of the Town River.
You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way.
The train knows the way.
Here.
I like how he doesn't look at us. He just kind of hops around backwards.
Your Majesty!
Okay.
The king?
He lived in the
Was
Matrix,
that
that's
really
right.
him?
It could have been. Yep, I know it was.
Who else has giant ears and talks like that? And has a gold freaking keyblade? No eye contact
The king
at
was
all.
locked in the realm of darkness, right?
Uh-huh.
But
Maybe that's
we
how he
just saw
communicates.
him.
He has little hops, and that's how he
if the king is
communicates.
here, that means Riku's here.
He's gotta be.
We gotta find
Well,
Riku.
I'm gonna go look for Riku.
And we're gonna spend
Then
the
he and I can go
entirety
back
of the
to the
game
islands
looking
together.
for Riku.
Kairi's there waiting for us. What are you two gonna do?
Oh. Of course, Sora. Do you have to ask?
Yes. Gotta make sure. Huh?
What's so funny?
Your face.
For a children's game, the
What do
actual
you say, guys?
the dialogue
Let's stick
is,
together for
well, I guess
one
not
more
children's
journey.
game, but it is a Disney-based game. The dialogue is very,
Where?
you know, younger oriented,
We have to
but
board
the actual
train.
story,
Oh, yeah.
face is funny. The actual story is fairly complex for a Disney game. Even, well, it's actually fairly complex for a RPG, to be honest. It's kind of up there with some of the Final Fantasy storylines, which half of which don't even make sense, but details. Some of the Disney games are better than some of the shows, yes. Disney doesn't make
Hey,
good shows
Sora?
anymore, let's be
What?
honest.
Nothing.
But we came to see you off.
Well, thank you.
Just seemed like something we ought to do.
You're so kind.
Oh.
Random people that I met for
Really?
20 seconds.
Thanks.
You should hurry and get your tickets.
Right.
As if the magical train that knows the way is gonna leave without us. That's why do we have to buy tickets for a magical train that knows the way? What is this crap? How is that fitting in her pocket? She's got very thin pockets. Yeah, the first one was
3 tickets,
definitely
please.
less complex. Who does? That's a good point. Who does take the money? They're just like giving it to the black abyss that is
Can't help
behind
feeling
that.
like we won't see this town again.
We will, don't worry.
Why not?
You're thinking too much.
There's actually,
Yeah,
in the final mix,
you're
which is
right.
this version, there's actually an extra boss here. I don't want to spoil it because we will be doing it, but there is an extra boss here you have to come back and, well, you don't have to come back and fight, but it's actually a really hard boss fight. If I were to do it now, I would die very, very, very quickly, so I don't think you can do it now. I believe you have to leave before you can come back, so, or before it'll trigger, I should say. Anyway. Whee! You'll see it in the sequel. Is the sequel's PS3 only, right? I assume? Or is it going to be Xbox? Mithril Shard. Mithril Shard will come in handy later. I think that's actually the first one we got. Let's save. Gotta make sure, you know, make sure things don't violently explode, and then you lose all progress, because my computer likes to violently explode periodically. It's not officially announced yet. Oh. Oh. Do I have to talk to the train first? Wait, what? I like how that doesn't fit in the box at all. I'll ask the others if we're ready to leave. Keep in mind, stuff won't fit in boxes like that because the boxes are meant for Japanese text in this version. So they're a little bit small. Let's see. I get to say bye, sure. Now is your last chance. It's not our last chance, but it'll be a really, really long time before we can get back here. Oh yeah, I hated how they had the story continue into all those like side games that they had, because all those were kind of bad, to be honest.
Bye.
Of course, I've said that,
Hey,
but the story
Sora?
between the first one and this one is
Sure we
actually
haven't met before?
on a handheld game, but they did re-release that on consoles, so
Positive.
well.
Why do you ask?
I don't know.
How am I going to do the next Kingdom Hearts on DS if I don't even have a DS and or a way to record it? Sora, are you crying? You met these people for like 30 seconds, man, and you're crying.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, they do have emulators, that's
Don't
right.
know where it came from.
Still, I don't have
Put
it. so.
together.
Right.
See
See
ya.
ya.
I've always thought DS recording was weird because the way the screens are set up, it's like a freaking 172 resolution. I do too, Infected, I do too. It's very emotional every time we get off Skype. It's very emotional. Just saying. They're getting all emotional too, man. Look at this. Everyone's emotional. What Final Fantasy am I doing after this? And no idea if I'm even going to do more Final Fantasies. I still haven't even finished adding the Final Fantasies I have to this stupid show. Literally have to do each individual video one by one to add to the show. It takes freaking forever. It's like 30 to 40 seconds, or maybe a minute, depending on how slow I am, per video. And there's 80
I'm
per
sad.
Final Fantasy. It's gonna be a bit.
We'll be back. Yeah, we can visit Hayner and those guys again.
Oh, see? Magical Train, I told you. There should be more in the Final Fantasy X one, because, well, like 8, but still. I'll finish it eventually. Probably today or tomorrow, 10 will be finished, and then 12 will be finished. Or at least caught up, since that one's not done quite yet. We'll be back. I don't know why I said back like that. I can't see your face, dude. Oh, it's Axel. And Namine. Meanwhile, at the Justice League, where there's no dialogue for whatever reason. It's lip-synced, there's subtitles, and yet it has no dialogue. Or voices, I should say. Voice acting, not dialogue. It has dialogue, you idiot. You idiot. I could read it if you want me to, but I don't really fit Namine's character very well. Namine has a very deep voice in this scene. Really? Castle Oblivion, that sounds like a splendid place to visit. The only kind of side game, I guess if you want to call it that, since it's not a numbered game, that I've played is Chain of Memories. And that was a decent game. It was, you know, alright. Like how she just scutters off, scampers off with her little notepad. I'm not pushing anything, so if the dialogue's too fast for you, I'm sorry. Shuffles. Well, she does have kind of slippers on, so I guess it would be shuffling. There's our magic train. Apparently it builds its own train tracks as it goes. Every day I'm shuffling. Hey, look at who's on the door over there. It's Dopey. It's a version of Dopey, may as well be. I should take, that's pretty risky to do that.
There goes our ride.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. I was gonna say I should take that song and play that little bit of it as she walks off. Every day I'm shuffling. Where's Bashful? Bashful's nominee for all we care. Let's be honest. Grab this. Hello? You, sir. What are you doing? You have a really big butt. His butt appears to be jiggling. Or just getting bigger every time he wiggles. I'm pretty sure it's just getting bigger every time he wiggles. Look at it! I don't know if that's good enough quality for you guys to see that, but it gets bigger. His crotch gets bigger too. Man, you're just weird. Wee. Oh. I like how the train disappears, but the tracks are still there. Just saying. You think the tracks would go with the train, but apparently not. Hey guy, what's up?
What's going on?
I sent some of my lackeys inside to see if the master in this here tower's as big and tough as they say.
Did you?
Word is he's a real powerful sorcerer, which
Really?
would make him the perfect bodyguard for me.
I don't think he'd be a good bodyguard if you
See, it don't
kidnap
matter
him.
how tough he is. Once he's a heartless,
Oh,
he'll do
okay.
as I say.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
That's right. They're those things that come out of the darkness in folks' hearts. Why, with all those heartless at her side, my dear friend Maleficent is gonna conquer everything.
Anything that jiggles,
And
Akasha.
since I got
Anything
me
that
a debt
jiggles.
to pay, I'm going
You
round
look like
to
that
a
in
bunch
real
of
life.
different worlds and building an army of Heartless, special for her.
You wouldn't be very
Why
good for
am
the
I
military
copying
if you looked like
pipsqueaks
this in
anyway?
real life.
Go on, Scram. I'm behind schedule
I don't
as
think
it
you would
is.
go very well.
You ought to find something nicer to do.
Oh, says who? Huh? Oh, it's you.
Hi.
Pete?
How you doing, Pete?
What are you two Nimrods
Or
doing
Dopey.
here?
Dopey with the doggy face. Doesn't really matter.
You know him?
We sure do. Pete's been causing trouble for ages.
We've been asleep for
His
ages. How would
Majesty
you know?
banished him to another dimension a long time ago. I wonder how he escaped.
You want to know how, eh?
Yes, that's why we
Well,
asked.
Maleficent busted me out, that's how.
Really?
And now your world, no, all the worlds are gonna belong to yours truly. 'Cause Maleficent's gonna help me conquer them.
Maleficent.
Wouldn't that mean that belonged to Maleficent? Wouldn't that be logical?
What are you
I guess so.
laughing at? Why, Maleficent's power is so great that...
She's toast.
Huh?
Yeah, we killed her in the first
Sorry,
game.
but Maleficent
Sorry.
can't help you now.
What do you mean?
How long has he been standing at
So
this
you're
tower
the
not
ones that
knowing
did
about
it.
this?
Well,
Let's be
we
honest
might
here.
have had something to do with it.
Heartless Squad, round up!
And now we have our first encounter with Heartless, and these are the basic Heartless, and they're actually easier than the basic Nobodies that you have to fight at the beginning of the game. They're super weak. The only real ability they have is to go underground, in which case, I mean, you can't hit them, but they can't do anything. So they're not underground. They just kind of flatten, I guess. But there you go. No, Heartless. Really easy.
You just wait. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, messes with the mighty Pete.
Except me.
So, Mighty
Because that's our
Pete,
job.
Who lives in this tower anyway?
That and to open and close doors.
Oh, you don't know, eh?
No.
Well, it's old Yen Sid.
Thank you
Of
for,
course, he's
again,
probably a heartless
telling
by
us
now.
stuff.
Master Winston lives here.
Okay, I guess we're going up. Yay! This is an important part of Kingdom Hearts' story. Hence why it
Yen
happened
Sid
at the
is
beginning.
The king's teacher.
Wow, sounds powerful.
I like how we completely ignore it, Pete, now. Poor guy. He's not very good at, being evil and whatnot. Another save point, apparently a bunch of chests. They give you a lot of save points because a lot of cutscenes happen, and you don't really want to watch them again. Although they do give you the option to skip cutscenes. Which is nice. Lovely. Who builds a tower with a staircase and then puts a portal on the staircase? I don't understand. I do like chests, yes. They're my favorite thing to look at. Hello. I'd also like to point out these guys give essentially no experience. They're completely and utterly worthless. Unless you're training up some of your forms that we'll get later in the game. Defeat all of the Heartless, all 3 of them. Oh, now there's 5. Whatever will we do now that there's 5 of them? Apparently kill all of them. Hey, I leveled up. Sweet Jesus. Oliver, the amount of updates Oliver has on Twitter during a soccer game is insane. Football, soccer, whatever. You freaking British people. Noodles. Everyone likes noodles, let's be honest here. That door has an arrow. I wonder if we're supposed to do something with it. Like run up to it, apparently. I thought we were gonna have to push triangle, but whatever. Oh look, more stairs. What kind of tower is this? Look, there's the stairs we probably just came from over there. I don't understand. And you'll note the command menu changed. It, as I mentioned before, it'll change every world, which is lovely. I could just let freaking Donald kill everything, but that's not nearly as fun, is it? Not that fighting those guys are fun, they're just kind of fodder. Hey look, there's the second Heartless type. These are, I think, knights or something like that. They have more health, they actually have a chance of hurting you if you're not careful. And they give a decent amount of experience. Other than that, though, they're still less than the somebody, or the somebodies, the nobodies, in terms of difficulty. Hate you. There we go. Hey, a bunch of them. I think there's also a quick time event you can do with these guys. Ow. I'm not certain if it's these guys. It is these guys. There you go. I guess we'll triangle to win. Quick time event, same thing. Best way to kill them because it's an insta-kill. That's true. Why can't there be a magic elevator? Magic train event. Magic train elevator? Train? Elevator train? I don't know.
Well, it's a
Words.
good thing we're on the job then.
I'm not good at
So
them.
the worlds aren't at peace after all?
Woo! Nothing in this room? Nope. Onward and upward. I mean, these doors have up arrows on them. Why can't they just be elevator doors? Heartless? Yep, Heartless. I don't remember when we get our next keyblade either. And you can just skip these guys. Much like Final Fantasy XII, you can just run by. It doesn't even matter. I missed. There we go. Not even sure how I managed to miss that since it aims for me, but whatever. Hello. Everyone appears to be at attention except me. Look at me. I have no manners. Your eyes. They pierce through my very soul.
Hey there.
Show some respect.
Look at his eyes. Sweet Jesus.
So, you are Sora. Now then, have you seen the king yet?
Yes, we did, Master, but we didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yes, the king has been quite busy of late. Therefore, it would seem that the task of instructing you 3 falls upon my shoulders. You have a
Okay.
perilous journey ahead of you. You must be well prepared.
You mean we have to go on another quest?
Whoa, duh.
I was looking forward to finding my friend Riku, so we could go back to the islands.
Yes, I know.
Piercing eyes.
However, everything in your journey,
His pupils
Sora,
are so
is
small, my
connected.
god. How does he
Whether
see?
you will find your way home to the islands, whether you will return alone or with your friend, and whether or not the islands will still be there.
That's kind of important, because we can't go back to
And
the islands if the islands
key
aren't there.
that connects them all is you, Sora.
Yay!
I'm the key?
No, the keyblade is the key, you nincompoop. See? Keyblade.
Chosen wielder of the keyblade. You are the key that will open the door to light.
Which probably has a lock on it, hence the need for a key. Why we can't just fabricate keyblades, I'm not exactly sure, but whatever. Gandalfador? Gandalfador? Not even sure if you can pronounce that properly.
This book contains
Did you get a big
valuable
enough book? My
knowledge you will
god.
need for your journey. Study it carefully.
I like how it shoves it into the camera.
Once you have finished, we will speak of the enemies you will surely confront.
I would like to not read, if that's alright with you. Read the book. None. Can I just skip it? I want to go over here. Let's open this. Got a tower map. Completely and utterly useless because it's a completely linear corridor. I'll just talk to you. Actually, I'm gonna skip it.
Wait a sec.
It tells
How
you
come the Heartless are still
basic
running
stuff,
around?
by the way.
Your past endeavors did prevent an immense effusion of heartless.
It's basically
from
like
great
a tutorial
darkness.
kind of
Make
book,
no
if you're still
mistake
confused about
that.
stuff.
However, the heartless are darkness made real, and darkness yet lingers in every heart.
I think you can read this book
The
whenever you
heartless
want.
are
I'm
fewer.
not sure.
But while darkness exists in a single heart,
Or can you not
it
get back to
is
this
difficult
tower?
to eliminate them.
Gorge, that must mean if everybody's heart was full of light, them heartless would go away.
That never will happen.
Now, it is time to speak of the enemies that you will encounter.
Heartless, I'm aware. Sweet Jesus. We'll encounter Donald, apparently, as an enemy. Most curious choice.
If one such as you, Donald, yields to the darkness in their heart, they too will become a heartless. But you know this. The heartless are always lurking and ever seeking to capture new hearts.
Which makes them
Never let your
redundant
guard
because the
down.
heartless are the ones gathering hearts.
Now then,
And the nobodies are the ones that have no hearts. Awkward.
at times, if someone with a strong heart and will, be they evil or good, becomes a heartless, the empty shell
See,
they
infected.
leave behind begins to act with a will of its own. An empty vessel whose heart has been stolen away.
See?
A
Nobody
spirit
has no
that
heart.
goes on, even
Heartless
as
takes
its
the heart.
body
I don't
fades from
understand.
existence. For you see, no bodies do not truly exist at all. Nobodies may seem to have feelings, but this is a ruse. They only pretend to have hearts. You must not be deceived.
Nobodies. They don't exist.
My god.
Now then, the being you see before you is known
Roxas
as a
was,
glass.
indeed. Yes.
They are the most common form of nobody.
So is Namine,
But
by the
there
way.
are others, some larger, some with frightening and unique powers. Be vigilant.
Look how they
On
turned
your
around.
journey, you
Such
will
an
meet an
awkward way to do it.
alarming number of dusks. They will all attempt to do you harm.
They be jelly of my heart.
Still, they are nothing but empty shells, destined to return to darkness. But
Dramatic hand motion movement. Cloaks! My god. Be wary of the cloaks.
the beings you see before you now are different. These powerful nobodies have formed a group called Organization 13. It commands the lesser nobodies.
Organization 13.
Yes, indeed. That's what he said. Why are you
Their
asking
heartless
Gnome
act
instead of the
on
guy who
instinct.
actually knows?
Nobodies function in a higher manner. They can think and plan, and it seems they are working towards a goal. What that goal is, we do not know.
River pointed out something important. The
king
king
sensed the danger.
actually
and
has
journeyed
one of those
forth to
cloaks.
fight it. He found
You'll
the
note.
Dark Realm's keyblade and with it closed
So did
the door.
Roxas. Roxas is actually part of
Now
it.
he's traveling from world
That was
to
known
world,
already.
fighting the Heartless as he seeks the answer to the riddle of the Nobodies and Organization 13.
Then I guess we better go find the king first.
But where could he be?
Well, we won't know till we look.
Yeah, and the king must know where Riku is. because
Clearly.
the two of them were together in the realm of darkness when we closed the door.
He
You
has
know,
a point, I
after
suppose.
defeating Ansem.
So, before you go, you will need more suitable traveling clothes. Those look a bit too small for
That
you.
because some of them are indeed
Through
female,
there,
River.
you'll find
Thank you for
3
noticing
good
that.
fairies. If you ask, they'll create for you appropriate garments.
Are you saying my current clothing is not
Or,
appropriate?
Sora, you sure are growing fast.
I guess.
It looks exactly the same as it did last game, but whatever. I guess maybe the sleeves are short. I don't know. You can read the book if you want to, as I'm saying. It's, you know, there we go. Yay! Actually, I'll point this out. It does explain some basic things, but it does have story bits, kind of ones that I've already explained, that were from the previous game. If you did not play it, or what have ye,